What's up, everybody? This is another episode of the Cryptocurrents. It looks like I'm coming up a little bit quiet again. And there we go. Alright, so to start off, go ahead and donate any LTC, BTC, or Ethereum that you feel comfortable donating. Let me go ahead and get rid of that and bring up that. If you want to know what the background music is, it's this playlist, which is also on my YouTube channel. All the songs are free and meant for open use, so there's that covered. And let's jump into it. To start off, OneCoin was put on Binance today. The initial ICO was 38 cents if you bought it early on, and since it got listed on Binance, the start price has been $4.06. It's varied a little bit. Oh, I was looking at BNB, but if I pull it up, it started up there, and it's really like it hasn't found a stabilization point. And even though a lot of the people I see on Twitter who I somewhat respect in the crypto space are high on One, I'm not entirely too sure of like what sets it apart from other companies. Plenty of other tokens have had an ICO. Plenty of other tokens say they manage counterparty risk. I mean, that was one of the big things BitConnect said. So that's not anything on its own to be excited about. And it says it has a decentralized exchange, but it's not active right now. So I'm not really sure what exactly they're heading for. You could see here that their platform is definitely like there's not going to be any actual usage of this in terms of actually managing smart contracts between financial industries and connecting them and like providing the stability of like its own built-in digital economy. Like I'm not sure what sets this apart other than like it's its own chain and whatnot. Maybe if I take a look at the team. Okay, so they do have someone who is specializing in cryptography to help keep their information secure. Another cryptography analyst. Hiring people who are talented but not necessarily, they don't have the typical dorky LinkedIn profile. They prefer to stay kind of on the down low. Well, they do have a full team. Well, they got everything from marketing to coding, solid advisory groups, software development experiments and coding experience. I mean, this is a very impressive team. It's just at the moment, it's a little underwhelming. Although to be fair, it might be worth getting in now. So let's here. I just did a bunch of negative. Let's run this through the flip side. What could be positive about this? If you let me make sure I actually have my mic. Oh, yep, that is on the right mic. Oops. I cleaned my my laptop screen. So I took the camera down. And then when I got so worried about the monitor, I forgot to make sure this was done correctly. Alright. That's up. Alright. So yeah, let's run this through the right way, on a positive slant. So they're trying to link financial industries and smart contracts from other blockchains into their one ecosystem, which will have everything from token exchange to a typical decentralized exchange, to asset management, to portfolio investment, to all of that stuff. So, big picture, it could be huge. Like, we're talking, let's take a look at its current market cap. Yeah, its market cap's already 442 million, which means the ICO phase was huge, and then since it's come onto Binance, it's gotten another bit of a boost. It could go up to $1 billion. I mean, if their premise is being one of the first functional ecosystems to help you swap tokens for other tokens, or have this token be the like, let's say you could swap BTC for Ethereum or something on their system, but then if you swapped it for WON, you don't have to pay a fee. And if their ecosystem fully, fleshes out, and they have the apps, and they have the interoperability, and they have the security, then that will be a desired ecosystem that people will use, and they will actually want coin. So that's my 2 cents on that. I see it just all over social media and also some of the news sites, so figured I would talk about it a little bit. Alright, Lightning Network can redefine global trade by 2021 as Lightning app launches. This is on Bitcoinist. I'll just let you know that the premise of it was basically that it's especially useful for people with large amounts of money, since you have to have a chunk of BTC to open up and run your Lightning node, and then to have it for or like your Lightning payment channel, and then you can do transactions almost instantaneously and significantly cheaper. So if you were a big banking company, or even just a major a business that has a lot of like cash, like liquid assets and stuff like that, then it's very useful for you to have a Lightning payment network. Like, for instance, the freight industry, constantly sending stuff from China to America, rather than having to go through all these brokers and contracts and yada yada yada, and have it take 2 weeks or more just to get it ultimately finalized in your account. You could just open up a Lightning payment channel, and they could have a Lightning payment channel, and then boom, you're paid instantly. It's, and that's the premise behind it. I think 2 days ago, and the day before that even, it came up that Lightning Network is good for businesses, and it is. It's very good for businesses, or anyone consistently making large payments. Alright, disrupting the multi-billion-dollar sports and healthy lifestyle market. Powered by user-generated and user-controlled wellness and fitness data, Limpo enables the exchange of value through the introduction of native LYM utility tokens. Limpo enters a rapidly growing market. The global sports market has grown by almost 100% from 2005, reaching $90.9 billion in 2017. The weight loss industry has reached a staggering $648 billion in 2015 and continues to grow. Basically, this will give you tokens for your healthy lifestyle that you have monitored on their app. So your data will then be turned into a token that will, in theory, have value once the company and its data and its platform have, continued to increase in prominence. I'm a big fan of it, not just because I happen to live a somewhat active and healthy lifestyle, but just in general. Tokenizing everything you do, from your browsing patterns to what you look at on the screen to your health data, it's much better than just giving it all away for free and having it get sold. Alright, did not check this out too much, but let's go ahead and peep it right now. As Bitcoin plummeted, most of the altcoin market dropped even faster. Looking at the top 50 cryptocurrencies. Oops. There's way more background noise. Let me turn that down and then just get closer. Yeah, that helps slightly, not enough. Alright, however, the top 10 altcoins that fared relatively well during this downtrend include Digix DAO, only went down 41%, Bidom 51, Litecoin 57, AA Litecoin fam, that's one of the ones that I'm very bullish on. Eternity, Monero, which I'm bullish on as well, especially with Fluffy Pony doing everything he can to avoid ASICs, as well as immediately discrediting these forks of Monero that aren't accredited forks or official forks. So yeah, I'm big on Monero. I'm huge on the Binance coin. If I go ahead and pull this up real quick, you could see that if on those live streams, You took the advice, the unofficial advice to invest in Binance coins when they were dropped down into the 8 range. Would it definitely, I was strongly recommending to pick them up, and if you did, you're already seeing a little bit of return, and you should continue to see more and more, because it's continuing to go forward, as we'll talk about in the next one of the later articles. Comparatively, the cryptocurrencies most negatively affected by the bear market, excluding disconnect, are Zcash, of course, because it's a privacy coin that's not really a privacy coin. So it gives you the option to be totally public, which then means if you deal a transaction with somebody who's public, they can then like try to track you through that. Whereas something like Monero or even Dash does a much better job of protecting the wallet addresses and stuff like that. Bitcoin Gold, because without Bitcoin being ridiculously strong, Bitcoin Gold has much less of a purpose. Ardor, Sia Coin, Verge, Tron, basically all these coins that had no usage, no like measurable data in terms of the good they've done and the progress they've made. They all went out the window. Even Cardano, which has a good team and some people supporting it long term, had done nothing in the short term, and everyone got out. Edward Snowden has mentioned Zcash lately, which makes me think that he got paid, probably just got paid and or bought a shit ton of Zcash, and now he's talking about it, saying that it's the best privacy coin when he knows damn well it's not. He has Google. He's not a dumb person. He doesn't have to be super adept at the tech to literally just Google it and legitimately read for 10 minutes. Not Google it and look for something to verify what you're hoping to think. But if you just Google and look, you'll see that Zcash is not by default the most private coin. Is it a useless coin? No. But is it the most private coin that Edward Snowden should be shilling? Definitely not. Another major crypto exchange, I'm sorry, I thought this was a different story. The major crypto exchange Binance to open office in Malta after Japanese regulator warning. Japan just told them that they're not going to be able to have their fully functional office there. It's just not going to go well with the regulations, and they're going to have to abide by whatever future changes they make. And Japan is looking like it's going to tighten down its regulations. And Binance was like, nah, later, dude. And now they're going to Malta, which is a country who is very active about trying to be ahead of the curve in fintech and blockchain and cryptocurrencies. And one of the best ways to do that is get this giant exchange to come onto your platform. And not only is it this giant, come on your platform, sorry, to be based in your country, to not only provide a cut of their profits to your country, but just when people look around like, what countries are going to tighten down regulations, what countries might get rid of it entirely, what countries are going to tax us 50% of whatever we make, like, how are we going to get the best situation possible? Now you just got to see that Binance has tried China, Japan. They've looked at, I believe they were looking at Canada as well. They're looking all over the world for a good major office landing, and they chose Malta. This is the one I thought I was talking about. South Korean investors to buy crypto exchange Bitstamp for $400 million, the sources report. Bitstamp is going to get sold to South Korean investors. Again, another exchange getting picked up with Polodiax getting picked up for 300 mil, Bitstamp getting picked up for 400 mil. I can only imagine that if Binance or something were to sell, they would sell it for like 2.5 or 3 billion at this point, because it's just a much bigger exchange than these two. But it's very promising that investors are seeing how legitimate this exchange process is. Like, if they really believed they were all Ponzi schemes and things like that, or pyramid schemes, they wouldn't invest in picking up certain crypto exchanges and things like that. Also, with South Korea allowing ICOs and trying to get a more clear handle on the rules and regulations of cryptocurrency in their country, I think it's a step that major investors who are probably somewhat in the know of what's going on over there acquired a fairly major exchange. Snowden saying that the world needs a better option other than Bitcoin to avoid government coercion, saying that it's not going to solve all the governments, it's not going to solve all our problems with government on its own, which is true, and that it's not the best currency to do so, which might be true, but it's certainly not like Zcash is too much better of an alternative. You should definitely be pumping something more like Monero or Dash or any of the other proven privacy coins. Swiss Foundation is getting $30 million to start a non-volatile cryptocurrency, basically making it a Swiss tether. It's not going to be officially linked to any sort of hard fiat, but they're going to try to keep it price stabilized, and good luck to them. Because if we could use one that's not just blatantly illegal and manipulated like Tether, then the better. That was open from the other day. Yahoo Japan is going to launch their own cryptocurrency exchange. Again, continuing the growth of exchanges in the global economy. It's licensed by the Japanese financial regulator, the FSA, and is expected to receive further investments from Yahoo Japan early in 2019. Basically, they are going to buy the exchange that is already up, or I'm sorry, they're going to build the BitArc technology within a year, so it'll be up at some point this year. And then in January, they're going to get another surge of funding to try to catch them up on whatever they didn't previously anticipate for, now that they have been open for a little bit. Xiao Jinping, the Binance CEO, confirmed receipt of the warning letter and said the firm is in dialogue with the agency, basically saying he was trying to talk to Japan and figure out a way for them to work there, not forcing his way in and telling Japan, hey, fucking kick me out through legal measurements, through legal measures. He was not trying to do that. He was trying to get into Japan smoothly. It wasn't going to happen. Then he announced Malta. Easy peasy. Coinbase may be on the verge of its biggest acquisition yet. According to sources close to the situation in the San Francisco startup, they will be looking to purchase Earn.com, which rebranded last year from 21.co. Sources with knowledge of the talks give different estimates of the price. Earn.com is said to be in talks with multiple parties about a potential acquisition, with one source indicating that the suitors were all household names. Let's go ahead and take a look at this shit. Replace your public email with an inbox that pays you. Set up an Earn.com profile to receive paid messages from people outside your network. So if you're someone that people would pay to talk to, that's useful for you. I see how Coinbase would want to get in on that with all these crypto personalities, having all these people willing to pay to communicate. That's solid. It's a very wise investment that I had zero knowledge or really prior thought of before that. But yeah, that's super fucking smart. Coinbase. Coinbase isn't perfect. And even I, back in January when it was taking almost a month to get my money, I was freaking the fuck out about what is up with Coinbase. But after listening to a lot of people, no one was able to keep up with that interest and usage spike of mid-December to early January. No one was able to keep up with it. And I did eventually get my money from Coinbase, so it's not like I got duped. So that, yeah, so now that I think of kind of thinking out loud, Coinbase really is doing a very good job. Time to just hope America's future regulations don't fuck it all up. And then yeah, I kind of got to talk about Japan Binance not really being in trouble, but Japan just kind of getting confirmation they're not going to be able to have their focus be there like they were hoping initially. Alright, so go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, donate if you want. I'm going to be doing a live buy a little bit later. I'm going to see how the markets feel out. It's going to be about another $20 worth of Bitcoin being used as the trading pair. And we'll see if either Binance coin has dipped a little bit by then, or if we'll invest some more in Ncash, Nucleus Vision, or if we'll try to pick up one of these coins that's fallen a little harder than the others, such as like a Ripple. Such as a Ripple, probably not drawn because of that mainnet launch that's coming up. But yeah, just brown through some coin market cap coins as well. Check out their websites, read some white papers. So yeah, it'll be like an hour or two hangout later on today. So yeah, go ahead and stick around for that. Not stick around, tune back in for that. Later.